More than 58,000 names. But Clarence and James Decker were looking for just one.
I wanted to use the opportunity while we were here in D.C. to make sure I got to the wall. I figured I owed him that.
Robert H. Decker was killed in Vietnam when James was just 6 months old.
So it was rough on him because he knew he had a brother, but he never did see him. Never got to talk to him.
Robert held his brother in his arms before heading off to war. Now, all these two have to hold on to is their memory and the wall.
I guess I've always felt a little cheated that I never got to know him, spending time with him.
For the Deckers, the chance to touch and even engrave the name of their family member on the wall is a chance to heal.
It makes you think that at least they finally, after all these years, they finally give us some recognition that was way overdue.
Clarence was a machine gunner and Army scout during World War II. He served in North Africa. This ring on his finger, one he whittled himself, tells a story all its own. It's made from the wreckage of a bomber he says he shot down.
The crew out of the car, they went to check the wreckage. And I told him, I said, before you leave there, I said, I want a piece of that airplane that'll fit in my pocket.
He wears it every day as a reminder of his sacrifice. Son James says stories like his father's deserve to be told and memorialized here.
When you actually meet a person that was there and realize that these people actually lived this, did this, and had this happen to them, I think it makes it even more special. You can learn a lot from these people.
Each line and groove carved in this smooth stone tells a story, holds meaning. Thousands of voices amplifying the price paid for war. Staring at the wall, the reality of it all springs to life. A memory standing still, holding fast for anyone who comes to pay their respects. This shell means more to Ray Plangy than a medal or title. It's engraved with the names of World War II soldiers, both living and dead.
And my name is the last one on the shell.
These letters tell the story of some of the brave men who fought for the United States in the 10th Mountain Division.
When I was in Italy, I took a 105 shell to a jeweler and had him engrave the names of our gun section on it. And as we were traveling north in Italy, the shell disappeared out of my duffel bag. I always carried it in my duffel bag.
Ray thought he would never see the shell again, until he received a letter from a stranger.
He said he heard of somebody that had a shell with names on it.
The man had seen Ray's last name on the shell and tracked him down.
I never knew what happened to it.
Until now. This photo shows a couple in Italy holding Ray's shell. Ray says the pair does not want to part with it, but he's not giving up. He's enlisted the help of Congressman Sean Duffy.
And we're trying to use our government to work with the Italian government to get Ray his shell back.
A member of Duffy's staff met Ray at the World War II memorial.
I couldn't sleep for a week, I guess. I didn't sleep the first night I got the letter from him. I didn't sleep all night earlier.
For now, Ray waits, hoping one day he will hold the shell again, a physical reminder of the people and places that changed his life forever. In Washington, Bonnie Shelton, Newsline 9.
He has all the names. Isn't it beautiful?
Shirley Plangy's husband Ray fought in World War II. He fought with the men whose names grace this shell in the 10th Mountain Division.
When I was in Italy, I took a 105 shell to a jeweler and had him engrave the names of our gun section on it.
But after the war, Ray would never hold his shell again.
As we were traveling north in Italy, the shell disappeared.
A priceless possession, missing for 66 years. Ray's family says he would share the story of his missing memento with anyone who would listen.
He'd see somebody else and he'd tell them about the shell, and I'd think to myself, oh, Ray, are you going to tell that again? And but he did.
It was Ray's lifelong mission to get the shell back. Then, just last year, a twist of fate, a letter from a stranger. He had found the shell with Ray's name on it.
He called in June, and I didn't know what I was going to do.
When Ray learned the shell was in the hands of an Italian woman, he enlisted the help of Congressman Sean Duffy's office. And after months of negotiations, it was finally freed. But it didn't make it in time.
Although it's sad that he passed before he could actually touch it, he did know it was on his way, and he died knowing that the shell would remain in his family.
It kind of feels like the piece that's completing Ray, and now he's able to be here with her.
Ray passed just days before his prized possession could be hand-delivered to Wisconsin Rapids.
That's what Ray's waited for. He's so grateful to you. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be.
Ray's wife says now that the shell is back in her possession, she's not taking any chances.
I don't know where I'm going to keep it, but probably in bed with me.
Keeping the memories this shell encases safe and sound for Ray.
I wish he could have seen it, but he knows it's here. Yeah.
In Wisconsin Rapids, Bonnie Shelton, Newsline 9.